Hello, everybody. Welcome to a review we're very excited to give you. First off, we're the NOLAnerds. I'm Matt.
I'm Chris.
Sponsored by the Grand Theater in Esplanade. We want to thank them because it was because of them that we had the chance to go see Avengers Age of Ultron tonight. A couple days early. Really, that part doesn't matter depending on when you're watching this review. But what does matter
It's Tuesday
is that we are going to deliver a spoiler-free review.
Some say it can't be done.
This review is going to be disgustingly vague.
Some say it shouldn't be done.
Those people are fools.
But we're going to do it, god damn it.
Whoa. Chris.
Language.
All right. So, let's just get a couple things right off the bat. A couple of burning questions, if you will, without going into spoiler territory.
Let's.
The one thing a lot of people were waiting to see was this is the second debut of Quicksilver on the big screen.
Yep.
So, yay or nay, is this a better Quicksilver than X-Men Days of Future Past?
Yay, only because he has more to do.
Agreed. Hey, how to put this? Days of Future Past Quicksilver had that one scene that everyone knows about that was just like,
great scene.
That is the best showcase of speed for that movie. And in this movie, it's not done in as flashy a way, but it gels so well with the action scenes and still comes across as super speed. So I give it the nod. It also wasn't played up for laughs as much as the other one.
It's almost unfair because Quicksilver in Future Past had that one scene.
Yeah.
And he's a part of the movie in this one.
So it's a good thing. You'll enjoy it, probably, hopefully. Just don't go expecting some blowout, like, scene-stealing like moment like the first one.
Too specific. Vague it up.
The other thing I want to point out is that the three major new cast members, Vision, Scarlet Witch, and Quicksilver, I find are all great new additions to the movie. They, to me, they filled their parts well. They differentiated themselves from the rest of the cast and crew, engaged in some really cool action moments during the battle scenes, and overall, we're just a thrill to watch.
Yep.
I feel that's vague enough. What about
Vaguer.
you? All right, go vaguer.
They're all good in their own way.
Oh, there we go. You got anything to add on that point?
I liked them, which should tell you quite a lot.
If you know Chris,
I don't like anything.
Okay. Here's an easy one.
Vaguer.
James Spader as Ultron.
Pretty good.
Killed it.
Pretty
awesome.
Good.
I mean, he's got the perfect voice. It was. He brought a humanity level to Ultron. I thought he actually was a lot funnier than I thought he would be. He had some really good moments and proved to be a very menacing and challenging villain.
Vaguer.
Is that really all you're contributing to this, Chris?
I'm trying to help. No, he's great. He's a pretty inspired casting. He's got a real menace to him.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Why don't you set up the next part, Chris? Why don't you tell us?
No,
stop it.
Stay away from my pants.
Why don't you tell us something else you liked about the movie?
Something positive.
Yeah.
I like that they didn't waste any time with it. I appreciate that it is a true sequel to Avengers 1. And also, if you didn't happen to see any of the spin-off films between them, it's okay. They don't matter. They help fill in.
There we go.
But they don't really matter.
No, it's a follow-up to Avengers. But one of the really cool things is they really make the universe feel alive. They bring in elements from the standalone movies, and even bits and pieces from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter, which I thought was really cool. So they tie it all in. Like if you saw Thor 2 Dark World, if you saw Captain America, if you watch like all these other movies, they play a part. But end of the day, it's a true Avengers sequel that really excels. Because the first half of Avengers, when you go back and watch it, it's a slow start because you have the whole get the team together thing. this movie just starts off, team's there, so now it's all about character development and introducing new characters and bringing a bigger and better villain into it and more like fantastical fight scenes, and it ticks off all the boxes you want in a sequel.
Not only that, it's a good villain plan.
Yes, I will say that the villain plan itself is inspired. It's a good one. I think we were also talking about how this movie does a really wonderful job of setting up Wave 3. Various plot points, all of which are going towards separate movies.
Yep. They're subtle, they're overt, but they're all setting up something else in the future.
Yeah. So you might gloss over them, you might not know anything about them, but for the fans that know what's coming, there's a lot of like moments where you go, oh, okay,
I know this.
Also, spoiler free as possible, I will say there was one for me breakout character. There was one movie character that really shone in this film.
It's the character who's had the least amount of screen time.
Yeah. I mean, we can say it. It's just Hawkeye had great moments in this movie. I'm not going to tell you what they are or where they are, but he was always a character that had so little to do in the other films, especially since he spent most of Avengers 1 as a bad guy.
Yeah.
But he had incredible leaps and bounds in character development. He had some great lines. He held his own in the action scenes a lot more. Was very self-aware. Anything else you got?
The 6 side flips were great. There was some good robot foo. 8 out of 10 would see again. 9 out of 10 would see again.
About Hawkeye?
Well, I mean, I was talking about the movie in general, but yeah,
Oh my God.
six side flips, robot foo.
Okay, did you find there was any character that took a step backwards from Avengers 1?
Not really. Every one of the main characters progressed forward in some way, shape, or form. The new characters acquitted themselves well. So.
Agreed. Yeah, we don't want this to drag on too long, so...
Without we can't do without spoilers.
So you are saying 9 out of 10?
Yeah,
So am I.
Let's see again.
Would you buy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, God, yeah. So we saw it in 3D. The 3D was serviceable.
3D was great.
Yeah, I mean, that's, to me, the best 3D is when you don't even... It just blends seamlessly and you don't even realize that you're wearing glasses. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So...
Vader.
You can't even go through it in 7 minutes while yawning like an old man.
I'm tired. It's late.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. Oh no.
It's 11 o'clock.
Anyway, go see it.
Vader.
If you liked Avengers, you are gonna love Avengers 2.
Why would you not?
I mean, it really. I can see people bashing it because it is more of the same, but it is a superhero action film sequel. It does what it's set out to do. It's bigger. It's better. It's enjoyable, and that's really what I go to see these films for. Yeah, end of the day, I think we got through this whole thing without spoiling anything. I don't really have any nitpicks.
No, neither do I. I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to find we're going to be really happy with this film. It's going to be later when the nitpicks come.
Yeah, when you start watching it again, you're like, once the newness wears off. But I mean, for a first viewing,
we just got out like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, go see it. I'm Matt.
I'm Chris.
Avengers 2 Age of Ultron.
Shh, Baker. Avengers 2.
You're the worst. Age of Ultron.
AOU.
Oh.
Ow!